Hi guys, today's Friday, March 8th, and I am officially on spring break, but I do still have a lot of schoolwork to do, so I don't know what's up with that. But basically I have another set of 3 drawings to do for my drawing class for a final project. If you have watched my other videos where I've done these, you kind of know what they're about. But it's basically 3 drawings that I have to make that are like a continuous story. There's been a different theme for everyone, and for this one the theme is transformation. So what that means is that the first drawing has to be one thing and the third drawing has to end up as something different. I thought of an idea, I've sketched it out, and I feel pretty good about it. I don't think that my teacher is gonna be like, this is a great idea, because all of the drawings I've done so far, he's pointed out, I think, that I could have done something different with the idea, like improved it, because he wants there to be really clear communication. I'm not sure if that's happening in these drawings that I've made, but I like them and I want to do them. If you know, you know, I've had a really hard time coming up with ideas. That's been my main struggle. So the fact that I could come up with these ideas pretty fast felt like I should have done them, and I did. So basically what I decided to do is that in the first drawing I am holding a photo of myself, and it's a photo of when I was like a toddler, I think. And then in the next drawing I'm going to be holding a photo of me when I'm a little bit older. I'm like 12 years old in the second photo. And then the third drawing is going to be me present time looking at the photos. So you'll obviously see the drawings, but that is my idea. I don't know how good it is, but it's an idea, so I'm gonna run with it. But yeah, those drawings are due on Monday. It's currently Friday, so I have about 4 days to do them. And this time I think I'm a little bit ahead compared to the other times I've done this. I started sketching on them on Wednesday, so I already have 2 sketches done, and then I'm gonna do the third sketch and start drawing them, like filling in, doing shading and all that stuff. So yeah, I do feel good about stuff this time. Like all the other times I felt very stressed and rushed, but this time I actually feel like I kind of am in control. Anyway, let's go draw. So as I said, I had started this sketch on Wednesday and it had to be completed the Monday in the upcoming week. So I definitely left myself a lot more time this time around, which I am very happy with, because if you've seen my other videos, you know that I have been a little bit stressed and struggling with these projects. And we have had 2 weeks to complete them, but I have put them off usually for quite a while because coming up with ideas has been so difficult for me. Anyway, I'm sorry if I sound like a broken record. So yeah, I was very happy with my idea for this project. As I said in the intro, I'm not sure if it's a great idea, if the communication is clear enough, but I figured I would do it anyway, and then, you know, if it's not good enough, then I'll hear about it. But I enjoyed the idea and the concept of it, and basically what it's supposed to represent, and it will be easier to understand once you've seen all of the drawings that I've done. This is only the first one, but what it's supposed to represent is me looking back at my life and at myself and being able to appreciate how far I've come, everything I've experienced, just like feeling proud of myself and what I've gone through and the life I've lived. I don't know if that makes sense. Because whenever I do ideas like this that feel more meaningful and deep, it's really hard for me to put into words what exactly they mean. And maybe that's why I need to communicate more clearly with my art what I want to say, because maybe then it would be easier for me to actually explain the idea. But I do think that I enjoy abstract ideas a little bit more than ideas that are a lot more clear in their communication. I find that doing art where the communication is super clear can sometimes be almost a little bit cheesy, like you're almost giving too much information to the viewer by what you're trying to communicate in your art piece. I don't think that's true for every single art piece, but I do think that that is a fine line, and I don't want to overstep that line. I don't like when the art is cheesy. I like when people can interpret a piece of art in different ways. And you know, obviously I have to follow the instructions that my teacher is giving me and try to satisfy what he wants me to do. But that is only because I'm in school for art. If this was my own personal art, which it still is my own personal art, but if it was something that I was doing on my free time, I would create it more with the mindset of the way that I like to communicate in my art, if that makes sense. So I do think that it's important to keep that stuff in mind, like if you are also an art student, you might not enjoy the assignments that teachers are giving you or the way that they want you to do something. And so I think it's important to keep in mind that at the end of the day, you're not going to be in school forever. These are only tools that are supposed to help you. But if you don't feel like they're helpful, you don't have to apply them to your art. But all that to say, I am not trying to say that this art class is not helpful and that I think that the teacher is asking too much from me or making me do stuff that I don't want to do. I just feel like sometimes the art that I'm expected to do and the way that I'm expected to do it is not the way that I would like to. So I still try to do it in my own way, if that makes sense. But I try to keep in mind that it's supposed to be a part of this assignment. That could have been just me saying a bunch of words and not really making sense. That's kind of how I feel. But I hope it made some sort of sense. Anyway, this first drawing I didn't really have any issues with. It was pretty easy to do. It was very straightforward. I didn't find it difficult at all, and I actually enjoyed doing it. It also didn't take me that long, which was nice because this was right before I was on spring break. Or actually, I think I was on spring break by the time that I started these drawings. So I didn't want to spend all the time in the world doing them because I want to be on spring break, you know. So I just did my best and I had fun, and it wasn't that much of a struggle. So I'm very happy about that.
Diary, year 10,191, third comment.
Hi guys, it is currently Monday. I feel like I'm still asleep. But anyway, I just quickly wanted to update you guys as I'm in the process of doing these drawings. So I'm currently on my last drawing and I am gonna finish it pretty soon, I think. But I haven't started my session for the day. So yeah, I thought that I would just update you guys. I've done 2 drawings so far and they have been very easy to do, honestly. I thought that they maybe were gonna take longer than they did, but they were actually pretty easy to do. So I'm very happy about that. Let me show you guys. So they're not fully done because, as you can tell, I still need to cut them out. But yeah, these are them. I'm happy with them. I think I need to fix this picture a little bit because it doesn't fully look like me, or I think it does, it just there's something off about it, so I'm gonna fix that. But yeah, oops, I dropped the drawing. But yeah, these are what we have going for us so far, and I really like these. They weren't as annoying to do as the last time I had to do this series with the flowers and the book and all that stuff, because those were super repetitive and difficult. But these were like repetitive but not that difficult, so it made it a lot more enjoyable. But yeah, currently on the last one, as I said, I'm gonna drink my coffee, eat breakfast and watch some YouTube, and then I'm gonna get into drawing. I also do have 10 more drawings to do that are due by midnight tonight, and you might be like, are you crazy? But they're gesture drawings, so that means that they are not gonna take me that long to do. Anyway, let's get into the last drawing. So obviously we skipped over the second drawing and we are now on the last drawing because I figured I wouldn't show the second drawing because it was so similar to the first drawing. Anyway, so for the last drawing, it's a drawing of me in present time looking at the photos of me as a child or as a teenager, which is the second drawing. And this one was probably, if anything, this one was a little bit tricky for me to do. I think my main struggle was the values. For some reason, it was really difficult for me to get the value range to be good. I usually don't struggle that much with that, but I think it's because a lot of the values in the actual reference photo were kind of similar. I mean, not like fully similar, but there wasn't that much contrast in it. And so that made it a little bit difficult for me to make contrast present in the drawing, obviously, because when I was looking at the reference photo, there wasn't a lot of that. But other than that, I found it to be a pretty interesting drawing to do. Ever since I started school, I've done a lot more specifically self-portraits with a full composition. What I mean by that is that I include myself as well as a background in the drawing, and that is something that I haven't really practiced that much before. I think it's because it's something that I always saw as pretty intimidating or a lot of effort, and when something is intimidating me, I might be a little bit less likely to draw it just because I might not feel like I have the ability to do it. Sometimes I do take on challenges that feel intimidating, but I feel like those are things that I still at the back of my mind feel like I can execute well. So with the full compositions and with the backgrounds, I don't think I ever fully felt confident in that because it wasn't something that I was practicing that much. So I am very glad that it's something that I've started doing because I think that it makes for very interesting drawings, and I do believe it's something that I've always wanted to do, but there's never really been anything pushing me in that direction. I've always been pretty satisfied with the self-portraits that I've made and the way that I've done them, so I've never really had any pressure to do anything else. Until now, because we literally have to do full compositions in this class, which of course I'm grateful for because, as I said, it's something that I've been enjoying and I really enjoy how those drawings look, and I think that it's been very valuable for me to do that. I also did a few interior drawings in my previous semester, and I talked a little bit about that in, I think, my 2024 goals video. I was saying that that is something that I would like to develop further, and I think incorporating a portrait into a interior space, into a environment, has been a really fun way of exploring that, because although I really enjoyed when I was doing just interior drawings, for me personally, I love to draw humans, and so it's kind of like the best of both worlds. I get to do interior and I get to do a human figure or a portrait, so it works out. I think it's a lot of fun, and it's something that I consciously told myself that I wanted to do more of at the beginning of the year, so I'm very happy to see that I'm actually making some sort of progress in that area. But yeah, I don't know if I have that much more to say. I had a really good overall experience with these drawings, partially because I started them in time. I didn't wait until the very last moment to get started on this project. That is also because I actually got an idea this time sooner than the other times I've done a project like this, so I was able to actually get started on it sooner. But yeah, I really enjoyed drawing these a lot, and I think that the results turned out very good, and I also really like the story that they are communicating. Even though I don't know if it's fully obvious what they're supposed to say, but I still love them. guys, welcome to the outro. I just wanted to show you guys these 3 drawings next to each other. It's always so cool to be able to see them next to each other and like actually see how the story is playing out, if that makes sense. But yeah, I don't have too much to say about them. I thought that they were fun to do and I didn't really face that many problems with these. Excuse me? Yeah, oh my god. I didn't really face any problems or struggles. Well, I did, but like they were minor things. So it was a fun process and the results are good. I enjoyed them. I also think that it's just like a really cute concept. I really enjoy seeing the photos of myself as a kid. I think they're pretty cute, and yeah, I'm very happy with the execution of the pieces. You know, the normal stuff. I don't really have any new information for you guys. I think this might be one of my favorite ones out of the 3 ones that I've done. But yeah, I feel like I don't really have that much to say right now. So I'm gonna wrap the video up. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!